The Amalekites were not destroyed because of one isolated mistake. According to the Bible, their judgment came after centuries of persistent violence, cruelty, and rebellion against God. Their story begins shortly after the Israelites escaped Egypt. In Exodus 17, instead of showing mercy to a weary nation of former slaves, the Amalekites launched a surprise attack. Later, Deuteronomy 25:17-19 explains that they targeted the weakest people, the elderly, the women, the children, and those falling behind the main group. This was not a fair battle between armies. It was an attack on the helpless. Because of this, God declared that Amalek would face judgment in the future, but that judgment did not come immediately. Instead, God waited for centuries. During that time, the Amalekites continued raiding settlements, attacking Israel, and living by violence rather than changing their ways. Around 400 years later, during the reign of King Saul, God gave a direct command in 1 Samuel 15 to completely destroy Amalek. The Bible presents this as the fulfillment of a judgment that had been delayed for generations, not a sudden act of anger. Their long history of violence had reached its limit. Saul, however, disobeyed. He spared King Agag and kept the best livestock instead of carrying out God's command completely. God rejected Saul as king, not because he had changed his mind about Amalek, but because Saul chose partial obedience over complete obedience. The Amalekites also became a continuing symbol of opposition to God's people. Even after Saul's campaign, surviving Amalekite groups continued to appear in the biblical narrative. Most notably, Haman, the main villain in the book of Esther, is described as an Agagite, connecting him with the Amalekite royal line and another attempt to destroy the Jewish people. The Bible presents the destruction of Amalek not as an act of unforgiving anger, but as the final execution of a judgment that had been delayed for centuries. Their story is portrayed as a warning that persistent cruelty, repeated violence, and unrepentant rebellion eventually bring consequences.